What's going on, my beautiful YouTube family? Today I'm going to show you how to optimize your Amazon PPC campaigns by optimizing your placements and your click-through rate. Improving your click-through rate is one of the fastest ways to boost your sales on Amazon while keeping your ACoS extremely low. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you're on YouTube, click the alert notification. That way, as I give more tips like this, you'll get notified. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the training now. So one thing that you're going to absolutely need before you can make the necessary Amazon PPC optimizations is you're going to need at least 30 days worth of PPC data. Alright, so once you have at least 30 days worth of data, go ahead and go to your campaign and click on the campaign you're going to want to optimize. And so wait for this to load up, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to actually click on placements, which is right here. And the placements is going to tell you quite a bit of things. Alright, so once you have your placements open, what you're going to want to look for is the placements that are yielding you the best results. So Amazon does offer 3 different placements on a campaign level. You can see that they have top of search results, product pages, and rest of search. So ideally, you'd want to optimize the bid percentage wherever you're making the most amount of sales at the most profitable level. And so you can see in this instance, top of search first page results are yielding us the best results, right? There's a low ACoS, a low CPC, and some decent impressions there. So the way we optimize bid placements at ZonRush is we actually go no more than 10% at a time. So we will optimize this, we'll raise it by 10%, whatever your top performing placement is, and then after 7 days, review your results. And if you need to increase the percentage more to get more sales, so let's say, for example, we raise this 10%, right? We'll save that. And in 7 days, we see that sales have picked up by 20% and ACoS has stayed the same. So in that instance, what we would want to do is we'd probably raise it another 10% to see if we can continually raise the bar and raise the ceiling on our sales without impacting the ACoS too much. However, if you see that you raise the bid adjustments by 10% and ACoS gets a little too high too soon, then cut the bid percentage in half to 5% and then measure the following 7 days to see how much your sales have improved and to see what your ACoS is like. And the reason why you're going to want to improve your bid adjustments is because apart from optimizing the keyword bids, which is something you're going to definitely want to do, this is another way for you to not only measure your success on a keyword level, but if you're doing really well with your keywords, you kind of want to feed the actual placements of those keywords with more fuel. So if you're doing really well at top of search results, for example, then just continually push your products up to the top of first page, because in this instance, it's doing the best. So this is allowing Amazon not just to put you on page 2, page 3, but actually to push your product at the top of the first page. Now, let's say, for example, product pages are yielding you the best results. So let's say these results are switched and product pages are getting you 17% or whatever the ACoS is, and it's much better than top of search results. Some keywords are just a little too competitive and may have a really high cost per click, which would make top of search page results really expensive. So you can choose to target product pages, and the way this works, for example, is a customer will type in your main keyword and they'll click on the #1 product that they see us, and it's a sponsored product. Well, they typed in the keyword, then they went to a listing, and on that listing you can actually advertise your product under your competitors. So that's how keyword targeting works for product pages. They'll type in a keyword, they'll click on a competitor's product, and with this section here, you can actually optimize to show up under those competitors' listings. And if these are yielding you the best results, then just do the exact same thing. Go in 10% increments. 10% is what we like at ZonRush because it's enough of a percentage to move the meter on your sales, but it's not too high to see a dramatic increase in your ACoS. You kind of want to do this systematically and measure the results every 7 days. And so if these are inversed, go ahead and just apply the percentage wherever you're performing the absolute best. All right, so after you've reviewed your placements and made the necessary optimizations that we just went over, you can actually go ahead and copy and paste this exact strategy and move it towards all of your campaigns. And once you do that, the next thing I want you to pay attention to in the actual placement section is your CTR. Generally speaking, the higher the CTR, the lower your ACoS is going to be. And CTR just stands for click-through rate. And the reason why you'd want to shoot for an optimal click-through rate, which means a higher and higher click-through rate, is because if your click-through rate is high, Amazon's going to actually give your campaigns more impressions, and your ACoS is also going to be low because if the click-through rate's high, that means the relevancy is high. And if the relevancy is high, that means your sales are going to be high. And so that's how they're correlated. You're literally showing people your product, and it's exactly what they're searching for, which makes the click-through rate high, which will actually mean an improved sales. And there are 3 ways you can actually improve your click-through rate that will improve your Amazon PPC campaigns. So the first way you can optimize your click-through rate on Amazon is by swapping out your main image. I always recommend that sellers have at least 2 main images in order to split test the click-through rate. And the reason being is because you don't always know ahead of time which image is going to capture the user's attention until your product's actually live on Amazon. So if you have a second image, go ahead and use that image and see what your click-through rate is after 30 days. And so you always want to have 2 variables that you're going to want to split test, and the main image is what actually captures the user's attention, which is why I recommend that's one of the first things you change. And if it's only one image, you can easily get a photographer, just send them a product, they might charge you $50, and you can actually use that image now in a split test. But I always recommend it because, again, the image is actually what captures the user's attention, so you always want to have several variables to test in order to find the optimal balance for your account. Now, the second way to improve your click-through rate is just by lowering your price. By lowering your price, you're going to encourage more customers to click through your Amazon PPC ads. And the more people that are clicking through to your PPC ads, the more conversions you're going to get. And if you have a higher quality product than your competitors and you're priced more competitively than your competitors, just by split testing a lower price point, you don't have to go nuts and drop it by 50%. Small increments of 10% price reductions, let's say every 2 weeks, is a good enough reduction in order to measure if you've had an impact positively on your click-through rate. And if it has improved your click-through rate and you have seen an improved sales at the lower price points, then it depends on what your business goals are, but you do have more data available to you if you want to continually improve your sales and keep the lower price point, or raise the price and take the reduction in sales. But this way you'll have the 2 variables to look at, and you'll have tangible data to make smart decisions in your Amazon PPC campaigns. And what we've found at ZonRush is lowering your price is the second best way to improve your click-through rate and your sales when you're utilizing Amazon PPC. And now the third way to optimize your click-through rate on Amazon is just by adding a listing coupon. A listing coupon is super easy to set up, and it allows you to add immediate social proof to your listing, because even if you have a low review count, but if you have that little green coupon icon on your listing and shoppers are searching for your product and they see on page 1 your product is the only product that has a listing coupon, your product is going to immediately stand out amongst your competitors. Now, the way you're going to want to measure your click-through rate after adding a listing coupon is simply by going back to your campaign. And first, you do need to take note of what your current CTR is on your top performing placement. So let's say you're looking at your campaign and you see you have a CTR on this specific placement of 10%. Now, when you add a listing coupon, go ahead and after 2 weeks, look at what the improved CTR is. If you see it's a couple points, then at that point you can say, well, is the improved sales worth the discount I'm offering? If so, then you can keep the discount and enjoy the extra profits and sales you're going to be getting just from that simple tweak. Because when you add a listing coupon, more customers are going to click through your product. And in addition to more customers organically clicking through to your product, Amazon themselves actually sends email marketing campaigns specifically for listings that have Amazon coupons on them. So you're actually able to piggyback off of Amazon's email marketing campaigns that they're sending to customers, telling them about new deals, new listings with coupons and categories that they're searching for already. And so that's a powerful way to improve your sales without even improving your PPC spend. You're just piggybacking off of Amazon's email marketing campaigns, and that in and of itself is extremely powerful. Simple Amazon PPC optimization strategies like the ones we just went over are the fastest way to improve your sales on Amazon. Just by implementing the bid optimization strategies to improve your click-through rate that we just went over, we have actually doubled the sales for some of our clients at ZonRush, which is why I'm extremely excited to share these specific strategies with you today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it resourceful, and don't forget to join my private Facebook group. I will have a link below in the description where we shared Amazon PPC optimization strategies with sellers that are working today in 2020. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.